Alright, welcome everyone, we're Semblance of Sanity, I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Zombieland Saga, Season 2, Episode 12, the finale.
Season 2 finale.
Yep.
And we've got ourselves a crisis that maybe our girls can rise to the challenge of not just in helping out people and stuff like that, but also to rise them, like help them rise above it as well.
Maybe get their EFS revenge. But how are they going to do that given everything that's been happening? The reporter might be on their side, granted. Maybe. You know, he's not outing them as zombies, and the kids seem to like them even if they are zombies, because they couldn't be zombies because they're fun and not scary.
Right.
But, like, that's a big stadium.
It's a big stadium. We've got a very small number of people here, and you can't just sell tickets to people desperately in need of shelter.
Yeah, that kind of doesn't go over very well.
Right, so we need to find a way to market the heck out of this as something wonderful and amazing. Otherwise, it's going to flop again.
Exactly.
But, hey, our boy Kotaro has basically given the kabedon to Sakura.
Indeed.
Which means he is not going to stop. He is going to he is going to put everything into this.
Believe in the me that believes in the you that believes in me. Yes.
Yep. So, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this. Alright, everyone, now be sure to go check out the reaction portion of the video in the description below, then come back here for the discussion.
Gynax, is that you?
Well, no, because it wasn't an ending. This was a teaser. This is a cliffhanger for season 3, obviously.
I certainly hope it's not an ending.
No. See, that's the thing. Gynax endings have at least more thought put into it, you know?
Right, this is just the ultimate, like, now you have to see what's going to happen in season 3.
Yeah,
right?
Don't you want to see how Saga and the Zombieland Franz Shosho Saga goes to the universe?
Holy shit.
And their drill will pierce the heavens?
Yep.
I mean, yeah, of course you do.
I mean, I was this close to saying that in the reaction, but I didn't expect the anti-spirals would actually show up. You know, so, okay.
Hey, I mean, this is going to be a big deal. Saga will be on the map.
Yep.
Like, in a really crazy
or off
way.
the map.
It will be there.
It's something where the show's coming out, right? And, like, you know, the last episode wasn't quite done, you know, when, like, some of the earlier episodes are coming out, and they were realizing that not as many people were tuning in, because they were like, why is there a season 2? You know, like, does it really need it? And they're like, well,
do something ridiculous for season 3.
We'll do something ridiculous for season 3. Make sure people that know, absolutely know, that they need to tune in for season 3. How do we do that? Okay. Hear me out. Aliens.
Like, okay,
keep going.
What do you mean by that? God, the concert was fucking epic.
It was so good.
The songs played were wonderful. The actual, like, performance side of it was sweet. The Ty just taking up the stage and just that was beautiful.
I'm waiting for the point where we actually have Ty giving, like, a singing solo. We had her doing a drum solo to kick off a song, and that was fantastic.
Yeah.
But that oh
man, chills.
This whole episode was just great. I love that our boy Kotaro freaking stormed into wherever the governor was and was like, "Sir,
you must give us this.
You must.
Obviously, you see the priorities of giving transportation back to this area of Saga. Otherwise, the rest of the prefecture will fall apart.
We need a symbol, something to believe in.
Something to rally behind,
and Franz Shosho can be that. And a charity concert.
We're not the hero we deserve.
Yep.
But the ones we need.
But, like, that's the way to do it, right? Because the problem with EFS at the beginning, not necessarily wasn't just the publicity angle of they only sold 500 tickets, but it was the financial angle of, like, if you get a stadium like this, that is a big sum of money, right?
Huge amount of money. So
you can't just not charge for people to be there, because then you're in a similar situation where, you know, you're 200K in debt, you know, dollars, not yen, right? You know, or 20 million yen or whatever. And that's no good. But if it's a charity thing, then you can also get people potentially from other areas that come in, and it's these tickets, the proceeds or whatever, the profits go to help this disaster situation.
It's amazing,
right?
actually, what will happen when people understand their money goes towards a good cause and not just to, you know.
That's cool that you want to be the very best, Franz Shosho, but you know,
It'd mean a lot to us if this was a thing where it was pro bono, essentially.
Right.
That'd be awesome. And then, of course, then you get companies that come in and are like, oh, that's good brand image. We'll put our names on that and sponsor all the equipment and get everybody, all the gear and stuff. And then...
And that was...
Yeah.
That was one of the things that I was really unsure how they were going to handle it, because for a show like that, you can't just have the performers, right? Yes, they are the center stage focal points and all of that stuff.
Electricity is mandatory.
Electricity... The people in the back stands are not going to hear you no matter how loud you shout if you don't have a microphone, right?
Just the stadium's noise of people responding to that.
Exactly, right? Yeah. You
drown out anything.
Right, it'll practically register on the Richter scale.
Of course it will.
Okay, you get all these people bringing in all this equipment, and I like that it showed that the people showed up really early, right? Because one, they're excited and it could be hard to get there.
Sure.
But, also like some of them seemed to be like helping out, setting up and like making this happen. This was the like it takes a village kind of thing.
It takes a nation.
Right.
We had 5 major news outlets being courted by our reporter guy that came in to help boost this. And we had ads running like crazy from his side of things as well to help support Saga.
Right.
I loved the art for that as well. That was really cool. And then, of course, we've got Iron Frill coming in clutch and being like, "Oh yeah, we'll help blow it up on social media even more."
Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. And they're not like piggybacking on the performance or anything like that.
It's just they're just good. We're gonna be there.
Yep, we're gonna be
watching.
there.
Yep.
Awesome.
Like I loved how many little things were called back in order to show that this was a true effort of all the little connections, all the little fans that they've made over the 2 seasons. Yeah.
Even the pharmaceutical lady that they scared the shit out of back in season 1. And
that company then ended up becoming one of the main sponsors for the event.
Yep.
Yeah.
And now maybe a decent portion of that had to do with Kotaro's persuasiveness.
Who's to say?
I'm sure that impact was not forgotten.
Speaking of Kotaro,
but
our boy is dying. Bleeding.
Holy shit.
Now,
it could be anything. It could just be a bloody nose, whatever, but we know what things mean in anime. Yeah, right, exactly. He has had his cough.
Kotaro will just become a zombie himself.
Right, and what
he already was, kind of.
But also, what a wonderful reversal on that general trope, and with the things that we've seen as hintings of his backstory with Sakura and everything.
Sure.
Having it be something where it's he believes in them and stuff, and why is he so desperate to save Saga, right? Like, why is it like, and we even had a time limit mentioned, didn't we? Right? Which, yes, there's the whole idea of some cataclysm, aliens invading or something that's going to destroy Saga, but also Kotaro having a time limit, right?
Yep.
And that's just something where I love it, because Kotaro could have just been the hyper, like energetic manager that is very pushy and like
made for Mamoru Miyano to scream.
Exactly. Typecast to the max, right? And it's wonderful.
Yeah.
But then it's like, wait, hold on.
I
didn't give you permission to bring my feelings into this.
No.
No. And
now we wait for season 3.
Now we wait for season 3. And with something as dramatic as a potential development as that is, I feel like that fits Zombieland Saga's energy perfectly, because this is the show where, yes, we could have aliens show up at the end of season 2 as a teaser for season 3.
I honestly did not think aliens made any sense. But okay,
no,
if
me
we
neither,
want to have the show be one where there's aliens, then God damn it, there will be aliens.
Yeah, there will be, because there's already zombies.
Yep.
And amidst something like that, with our idol group of zombies, right? Hey, their manager isn't a zombie.
That's true.
And maybe he's got that anime cough, and they're going to have to say goodbye to him eventually. And oh boy, would that be sad. But of course, I'm guessing after he dies, then they'll bring him back as a zombie, and it'll be great. But...
God, the amount of times that Kotaro has been basically the anchor for this show, but then having this finale be one where they've truly surpassed him.
Yep.
And that was maybe what this season was all about, was that in the very beginning we see him having failed them.
Right.
And then they now, at this point, having gone past and beyond that point, that failure that they, you know, had to overcome in some ways without him. Now they're overcoming with him.
Yep.
But maybe for the next few things, they don't necessarily need him. And that's something where they can write this character out of the story. But we wanted to. We could have him be eternal along with them.
We could.
Yeah,
and despite possible. Whether or not they need him with regards to the whole zombie idol thing.
Sure.
That doesn't mean they don't need him. I'm bringing some Shiro logic in here.
Doesn't mean you're right.
Yeah, yep. and oh man, I am so excited to see that. Like, because yeah, that'll be great.
That'll be really sweet.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, we had all the character callbacks. We had all the stuff with Kotaro. I really feel like this is a show that means more to the people that are actually in Saga than we could probably know. Like,
sure.
I'm almost getting the vibe at this point that based on a lot of the music that they played at the concert, it felt actually almost in a weird way like very like culturally inspired specifically from the idea that if Saga has been dealing with this stuff in actual Japanese history and stuff like that, that this was almost like a anthem of the Japanese spirit in a way.
Right.
Like it felt like songs that weren't pop songs or songs that were specifically for just, you know, singing inspirational lyrics, but it was all about fighting beyond the fight. You know, never
this is the cry of our people.
Yeah, exactly. And that felt really special because I honestly like resonate a little bit with it, but it was more of a thing of where I'm like, oh wow, this feels like the show was made as a celebration of an aspect of a specific prefecture in Japan and the culture within that prefecture. So having this little, I don't know, window into it, even though it's through this silly show, felt kind of, I don't know, it felt kind of transcendental. I don't know how to describe it. Yeah.
Well, I definitely got. I'm curious to hear the perspectives of if anybody is watching this from either Saga or from Japan and is a lot more inundated and familiar with idol culture. I'd be curious to hear your thoughts on this because I feel like season 1 and now with season 2, like this show in general, is both a love letter to Saga, right?
Yeah.
But then also like this wonderful like middle ground where if you don't necessarily know what idols are really, you know,
sure.
like you're not familiar with that, it can kind of like show you the you know why they're wonderful, right? While at the same time poking fun at some of the other things of like, you're zombies, so you have no shelf life, and you know all that stuff, right? And it's just, it's, as the show goes on, I feel like more and more I'm starting to understand that the thing of zombie idols in Saga was not just something that was like hey, let's take these very different things and mishmash them together because that'll be unique and marketable, but like there was thought put behind that.
Oh, like, yeah, definitely a lot of thought, of course. But yeah. I'm meaning more that there's like this, like, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to discredit this. I'm meaning that
like how much thought went into it, you know.
Oh, okay. I was trying to emphasize the idea that this was a thing where I feel like the music finally hit me that this was actually a love letter to Saga, but also this carried like some aspect of something that goes beyond Saga, but like the spirit of Japan specifically.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the lyrics seemed like stuff that wasn't just tied to their story. Like, you remember the part in the beginning of the last song where they each kind of gave a lyric at the beginning, like a little bit?
Yeah.
And it felt like it was each tied to their character.
Their character arcs and things like that.
Yeah. Most of the songs I didn't feel like were like that, though. I feel like most of the songs that they played, and the majority, the meat of the songs, were about basically never giving up, basically.
Gotcha.
Like,
okay.
Like about finding a way to keep fighting despite the fact that this is a losing battle. There's nothing we can do to win.
And did you notice that more in the songs at this concert, the songs in the season, or like, you know, or was
this
it kind of
concert.
Universal over the shows?
This concert.
Songs in the show. Okay.
No, I feel like it was this concert.
Yeah, it's same. Because with the other songs, it felt like less like showing the growth of the characters and more like putting the characters on stage, literally, but like in the spotlight to showcase who they were in their personality, right? As more of an introduction, right?
Right.
If you didn't know them that well before, you know, getting Junko's focus in her song with the guitar, you know, things like that, right? Tai on the drums, you know, Yugiri doing her whole amazing song, right? But this feels like it's more of the, now we're seeing how they've grown. And
we're singing Saga's song now. We're no longer singing our song.
Right.
I feel like that's something that, like, well, one, it feels powerful, but it's something where I feel like I can't still fully appreciate it. Like there's some aspects of it that's not for me, and yet I felt pulled out of my body kind of to like view it from another perspective, and I'm like, oh, I don't understand this perspective entirely, but I can feel that it's there, and I really felt something from that. But yeah, it was really cool. Yeah, but okay, our girls have done it.
Yep, they have.
They have won. This is season 2 finale, and I mean, really, they could take this in any direction they wanted.
Although there seems to be a couple very particular ones that they're saying they're going to take it.
Yeah, but even then, okay, there's a couple things we're assuming.
Sure.
One, that's Saga.
Sure.
2,
that those are aliens and not like, I don't know, something else.
Oh, I think that's
it's pretty straightforward.
But like what they did, like we don't know also that whether or not this happened the next day or 20 years from now or 5,000 years from now.
Or theoretically is like some vision that Kotaro has of like Saga will be destroyed.
Sure.
Yeah.
There's a whole litany of things that they could twist this into while using the surprise alien mothership blah Independence Day cliffhanger.
Right. Hell, it could be like a trailer for a movie in universe that the characters then star in because they're such big hits now. And
then they save the world from aliens by playing music in the movie, and it's just a big ad for Fran Shosho. Yeah, and that's literally what it could be.
And I could definitely see it being something like that, as sort of like a wink, you know, from the studio being like, what, zombie? Or like
you actually thought
zombies. You thought we would bring aliens into this too?
What,
no,
you're crazy. This show's realistic. No, we wouldn't have anything like that. No.
And yet it's just too good not to use as like a totally out of context cliffhanger, 5 seconds at the end of the season. Because I was expecting there to be something after the concert, right? Of like, let's see where they are now. It doesn't have to be long, maybe like 90 seconds or something, you know, before it like episode's over.
But no,
why do that?
We got the most random shit.
Yep.
All right, but I mean, that's where we are. We just wait for season 3 now, along with y'all. So,
and I'm hyped for season 3.
I'm crazy hyped for season 3.
That's
Jesus.
That's gonna be pretty great.
It's gonna be disgusting. So, y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get an early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general, and also be sure to check out our Twitch channel.
We stream every weekday. The info's in the description.
Yeah, so if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.